Hey, everybody. Michelle is here, relaxing, enjoying the moment. It's kind of calming because of the rain, relaxing. So I'm taking that in. I may go and take a nap after I'm finished here. Let's do that as well. I just want to come through and just say, I'm going to be talking a lot over the course of time because I just want to help people too as well. Talk a lot online, and then eventually, you know, I want to talk less and less online once I get myself set up in my new place of residence. But anyway, during the course of time, before the dawning of the age of Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of events happening before that, and you're gonna easily feel crazy. And what does that mean? Well, you're gonna feel different, awkward, weird, the more you elevate yourself and raise your vibrational and raise your consciousness and deal more with logic, deal more with reason, rational, and and be grounded in reality, you're gonna feel crazy. Okay, because why is that? Well, because the majority of the planet is not doing that. And so I think that's where people may think that they are lonely versus being alone or versus aloneness. I'm not sure what that is all about. And that could be just propaganda that I see being filtered around social media about people feeling alone or lonely or something to that effect. And I just want to encourage people, encourage those that are dealing with reality. You may feel that way. You may feel isolated. You may feel unrelatable. You may feel awkward, weird. And no one can tell you um, whether that is the right way or the wrong way. Only you will know that. Okay? Only you will know if you are grounded in reality and that you're dealing with the proper discernment of your situation. Only you will know that. No one that's helping you can tell you that. So yes, you may feel like, oh my God, you may feel lonely, disconnected, weird, awkward. Okay, because like I said, majority of the planet is operating off of materialism. A lot of them are in their beliefs, in their delusion, in a lot of things that just doesn't relate anymore. So you're gonna feel isolated. Okay, you're gonna feel misunderstood. And saying all those factors are necessary, but back in the day when someone was feeling like this or feeling different, weird, awkward, what did people want to do? They want to put you in a mental institution. They want to say you're crazy. They want you to take medication and this and that and the other. And that's what pisses me off so much, that we have these talking head intellectuals who think they are the knowledge and that they can go around and diagnose people and put all this stress on people and anxiety on people about how they're supposed to act, and what's normal. And chances are they're the ones that need to be committed, because I told you that supposedly that author, that writer or author of a particular book that was supposed to have revolutionized. I'm not going to say the name of the book because I don't want that sort of revolutionized certain levels of thinking, committed suicide. But yet millions and millions and millions and millions of people were following his theories and opinions as truth. But he ended up killing himself. You understand what I mean? So we just have to think for ourselves about how we're feeling inside. And we have to keep asking the questions. Okay, what is wrong? What is going on inside of me that's causing me to feel this way? Is it logical? Is it real? Is it even real? And sometimes you may have, may need a trusted companion or trusted therapy or whoever. You got to think for yourself about who you want to help you through that process. Sometimes you may have to elicit a trained physician. I suggest it, but you make that decision, or a trusted friend. I think so many kids, and that's where it all starts as well, are getting medicated, because they feel different. But yet you have these other ones that can masquerade as this and that masquerade as that, and no one picks up on the dangers they're causing and the rhetoric that they're passing on to other students until it's too late. And then some family members will say, I never, some family members possibly genuinely say there were no signs that this or there's no signs of that about to happen, you know? So all I'm saying is, if you're feeling different and weird and awkward, there's a reason for it. We have a disturbance on the planet. We're overpopulated, and we got the energy of the thoughts, which is going to, people are going to realize this in 10, 15, 20 years, that it could have been so simple as changing the thoughts, managing your emotions, and asking the right questions. Not these questions that were asked 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago that no one has revamped and remastered and went back to say, okay, does this apply to our current modern situation? And in most cases, it does not. But no one wants to do that because it takes up time. And they'd rather be making fees and money. I mean, it is a bottom line, too, at the end of the day. It's about, the bottom line. So if you feel different, and I said awkward, make sure you be gentle about that and not make it so extreme. So what? And the anxiety, see if you can talk yourself through it. What is actually, make sure you're grounded in reality. Okay, like I said, know where you're, know what you see, hear, and sense and feel. Okay, where am I? Okay, you have to ask these questions to make sure you're in reality first, that you're not delusional and fantasizing. And again, if you feel like look, I'm not giving medical advice at all. I'm just talking things through, how things help me. And what helped me is reality. What is the reality of my situation? What am I, if there's some anxiety, what is it about? And usually it's not even about me at all. So that means I'm picking up energy from somebody else. Release it. And you'll notice the calmness that comes over you when you realize there's nothing wrong. You're just picking up on the disturbance of the planet. And that's going to happen from here on out. So that's why it's so important to develop yourself. And just know that, we're all dealing with some sort of reality check. Okay, and it's going to take time for some. It all depends on how delusional you've have unconsciously allowed yourself to be. We have all been unconscious, dealing with the intentional overwhelm, going, these careers, these jobs, and sometimes family responsibility. You got to take care of your children. Your husband wants this, your wife wants that. It's these demands on our lives. It's gonna so just make sure you're in touch with yourself, with your feelings, your emotions, your vision. What are you hearing? Where am I? You know what I mean? I can remember as a young girl, I think I put this on another video. because I used to love to take baths, I still do, like sitting in a tub of water, minding my own business. Because that's how my mom wouldn't let us do showers because we would make a mess. So she would throw us all in the tub, not throw us, but we would go into the tub. And I remember when I was young, I was like nine or 10 or 11, somewhere between 9 and 12. And I can remember sitting in the tub, and I mean, I felt like I was somewhere else, right? I just could not um, uh, have a sensation that I was sitting in a tub. I felt like my mind was somewhere else, and I thought I was in a dream or something. It was just a weird feeling of disconnect. And I can remember looking down, looking for my reflection in the water, in the tub, and I saw my reflection there, but I couldn't relate to that reflection. And that was and picking that up as a young girl, I said, man, I felt disconnected. I felt like I needed to shake myself out of it, and like wake myself up out of a trance. So, and over the course of time, because we're all in imagination and fantasy. You remember being a little children running around in the backyard, because we had a backyard of our own, and we would get lost in our fantasies and our imaginations, and pretending we have guns, and pretending we have this, pretending we have these imaginary friends, and talking to ourselves, singing to ourselves. I see children doing that now, right? And so, having these fantasy conversations and this and that and the other. But at some point, some people may have gotten trapped in that, you know, get trapped in these imaginations and these fantasies, and they have a hard time connecting, connecting with reality, and that just takes us a lot of work. And like I said, meditation helped me. Meditation was the key to saving me from going too far off in my fantasies, or going too far in my imagination. Who knows what would have happened. So it's about just getting yourself clear about, okay, what's my situation? Where am I? Who am I? What am I? It's those fundamental basic things. What am I thinking about? Why am I thinking about it? And releasing it. So it's going to be a constant uh, attempts to be in touch with yourself, so that you can pick up the right type of information, the right type of energy, so that you can plan accordingly, and move on to the next phase of your life without regurgitating, without ruminating, and making the same mistakes all the time. Just on a constant spin. And it's unconscious too. You're unconscious and you're just spinning. That could be your abyss. So you don't want to get trapped in it, because you may not ever get out of it. No matter how many times you reincarnate with with different type of personalities, you're gonna still end up in that same spin. And so it's about reality. And I know you need to know what that means as well. Well, what's reality? Nature. Okay, how does nature respond to you? How does the animals respond to you? Because that's how you know if you're connected as well, is how does the environment respond to you? When you walk outside, does your trees and flowers and plants react to your presence? Does animals react to your presence? You got, that's the groundedness that I'm talking about. What do you hear? What do you see? How do you feel? Where do you sit? Where are you standing? How are your toes? Are you connected with that? Try to get connected with every ounce of your body. Your toes, your foot, your ankle, your calves, your knee, thighs, your buttocks. I mean, get in contact with all of that. Get that all flowing. Get it all flowing, and stay present with it. Stay observant on it. And get in touch with that, and stay with that as much as you can, so you can snap out of the trance. I know a lot of us are in a trance, and I can tell that some are, based on how they are responding and reacting and such. So it's just going to take time. I'm going to help as much as I can, but I have to do it in person. I don't feel comfortable doing it on the internet. I'll do some things on the internet, of course, but some of this major stuff, yeah, it has to be in a safe environment, safe setting, safe locations and stuff like that. So I'm going to do my share as well to help. And then it helps me too. And, and again, be gentle, breathe, stay in contact with how you're breathing. When you're feeling anxiety, because I told you I used to have these panic attacks back in the day. As soon as I started meditation, they just go away. And like I said, you're not going to know anything that's happening to you until you wake up one morning and you will recognize that something's different, but you can't put your finger on it. But you can hear the birds, you can feel the breeze, you can hear the music. For the most part, everything seems calming and relaxing, and that's how I feel now. So much more in touch with my environment, and especially when I go outside, I can relate and connect with nature and what's going on out there. So in other words, I'm becoming more highly sensory. There's highly sensory skills building in me as well, where I can recognize and kind of go with the flow of what's going on with the weather, and not let it bring anxiety towards me and worry and concern. So I hope that's what I'm saying is resonating. If not, don't worry. It'll be here next year, the year after that, in the future. This information will be here in the future. And those of you that need to hear it will hear it. And those of you that don't will just swipe and go on to the billions of other people out there, also talking, and the many podcasts out there. All I'm doing is like everybody else, just putting out information. A lot of it is theories and opinions. Some of it is for entertainment purposes only, and it's a attempt to help, because that's my duty, and that's my responsibility as well. As a human being, we're to help each other, uplift each other, and take it from there. All right, so peace and love, and trust me, I'll be back.